Guten Morgen, everyone. On this week's edition of Mixin' It Up, we're going to answer the extremely important question, will it end tonic? The gin and tonic, or G&T, is probably one of the most well-known highball or long drink mixes that are around. Rumor has it, it was invented back in the 1700s in India by a doctor who was looking for a cure for malaria. He discovered that the medicinal properties of quinine or quinine, I don't know how to say it, helped treat the disease. However, it tasted like crap. So what did the good people of India do to make it more enjoyable to drink? They added alcohol to it. And that's how the gin and tonic was born. I remember the first time that I had a gin and tonic was by accident. I was probably 12 years old and we were out to eat with my family, and my dad had ordered a gin and tonic, but I thought it was a glass of water. And my drink hadn't showed up at the table yet, so when he wasn't looking, I grabbed his gin and tonic and took a big swig of it, thinking it was water, and I spit it out all over the table. It was an expensive spit take. Back then, I remember asking myself, how could anybody drink something that tastes like this for enjoyment? 30 years later, and here we are. So everybody's heard of gin tonic, everybody's tried a gin tonic, but I thought, what about all the other alcohols? Let's try it with other things. Maybe there's some fantastic mix out there that nobody's invented yet. So today I'm gonna try 4 different spirits to see if they will taste good with tonic. And the things I'm gonna use today are tonic water, a slice of lime, whiskey, tequila, rum, and Jägermeister. I've had gin and tonics and I've had vodka tonics, but I have never had any of these with tonic. So I've got my setup here. I've got 4 glasses of tonic water with 1 ice cube and a lime wedge, and I'm gonna put the same measurement of each of these spirits into these and let you know what it tastes like. Starting with Gentleman Jack. Whiskey and tonic, I'm assuming, is not going to taste good. And I'm gonna use, I think, like ½ an ounce, so half of the small pour here. Trying to be very careful. See? Oh. Bon appetit. So the color has become slightly yellow. It looks like ginger ale. Aroma, I can smell the whiskey, can smell the lime. It doesn't smell bad. Let's give it a taste. No. Don't waste whiskey doing something like this. It's so bitter. You know, whiskey altogether, when you drink whiskey straight up, it does something to the inside of your mouth. And mixing it with tonic water just makes it so much more bitter. Let me try it again. No. On the tip of the tongue, it's almost okay because you can taste sort of like the sweeter part of the whiskey, but on the way down and on the way back, it's horrible. It's like, yeah, it tastes like puke. So, yeah. To answer the question, whiskey and tonic? No. Let's move on to our second selection, tequila. I probably could have taken a silver tequila because, you know, that's a clear spirit like vodka or gin, but I don't have any, and I didn't feel like going out to get some. So I've got some gold tequila here from La Malanche in Hijo, Mexico. Where is this made? This is made in Spain. It is what it is. And we're gonna try the same mixture. Being very careful. See? Probably should have rinsed this out. All right, tequila and tonic. It's kind of like the whiskey, you know, the smell is good because I smell the tequila and I know that ultimately tequila tastes pretty good, especially this tequila. It's the tonic and the bitterness of the tonic and all the things that come with tonic that we enjoy in a gin tonic. Does it mix with tequila? There's one way to find out. Prost. It's definitely not as shockingly horrible as whiskey and tonic is, but it's definitely not better than a gin tonic. It's acceptable, but I don't think that there's anybody who would think that this is like a thing. You know what I mean? So tequila and tonic, probably not. Moving on to rum. I can't imagine that this is gonna taste good. And this is a kind of expensive rum. We didn't have any cheap rum at the moment, and like I said, I didn't feel like going out shopping. So this is Flor de Cana, a 7-year Gran Reserva made in, Nicaragua. So a Nicaraguan rum, and let me rinse this out real quick. And I'm back. A rum like this has a very floral aroma. It smells like vanilla and flowers and brown sugar. You could use this as a perfume. It is so aromatic, and it's fantastic to just have on ice on its own. And I feel bad about mixing this with bitter tonic water, but we set out on this journey, and I'm not gonna quit until we make it to the end. See? That's weird. The smell, the sweet, aromatic smell of the rum with the bitter smell of the tonic, it smells like a cleaning product. Not necessarily a great setup. Oh wow, it doesn't taste good, but it tastes so different. So far, I would say, of the three I've tried now, this one has been the least awful. Doesn't mean it's good. Who would have thought? I cannot describe the flavor. It doesn't taste like rum, and it doesn't taste like tonic water. It's something totally different, the way the flavors mix together and like cancel each other out, or maybe my mouth is just getting numb. A rum tonic, could be. Moving on to the final one, and the one I am most scared of, Jägermeister. You may have noticed that this is not traditional Jägermeister. Jägermeister is a so-called Kräuterlikör. So this is basically the same thing, made by Dr. Klaus E. Zimmermann in Mitteltal, Schwarzwald. This is like a small brewery brand of Jägermeister. And I am not a fan. I don't mean I'm not a fan of Dr. Zimmermann. I'm not a fan of this kind of alcohol at all. So I can't imagine that I'm gonna like this, but let's go for it. See? Check this out, because there's so much sugar in this kind of alcohol. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it's like shimmering as it mixes with the cold, effervescent tonic. It looks sort of like glassy. It's kind of cool. How does it smell? Doesn't really smell like much at all. I can't smell the Jägermeister-y smell. I just mostly smell tonic. It smells kind of fresh, actually. It has a nice, fresh smell to it. No. Well, let me try another swig. The thing is Jägermeister has a sweetness and also this, really like bitter taste to it at the same time. And in a way, that's how I would describe tonic water as well. Kind of sweet and kind of bitter, but in a pleasant way somehow. And it's interesting to mix the two things together. There's something about it that's refreshing, and honestly, if I'm gonna have to drink Jägermeister, I would rather have it mixed with something like this. So I would say tonic and Jägermeister is a why not? It's not like you can make Jägermeister taste more awful. Who would have thought? And there we go. Do you have any secret mix them with tonic recipes that you'd like me to try or that you can recommend? Let me know. I would really love to know. Tonic for me is something that's so specific and so special, can only imagine drinking it with vodka or gin. But maybe there's something out there that's like surprisingly good with tonic. If you know it, let me know in the comments below. And I am gonna make myself just a normal gin tonic now and sit down in front of my blue sofa for a drink and discuss and tell you guys a story about being stalked. And now all of a sudden he's threatening me with suicide if I don't call him back. Not cool, and definitely not any kind of way to get somebody to want to go out with you again. Happened to me about 20 years ago. If you want to hear all the details, then look for that video coming up here on this channel in a couple days. See you soon.